Hanging from the yard. Walk the plank.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? What is going on? Welcome here on Sportscaster YouTube. Later on, you guys will get this broadcast probably later in the day, later tonight, somewhere around there. So check it out. I was doing some scrolling on Twitter, right, and I came across a tweet from our good friend Raj over there at ESPN Los Angeles. Shout out to ESPN Los Angeles. Shout out to the morning show, Keyshawn, LZ, and Travis. Make sure you guys check that out in the ESPN app through the listen portion. You guys can listen to that, whenever you're driving in your car, in traffic, whatever the case may be. Your parents are like playing music that you don't really like and you can't really relate to, and you're like, let me put in these headphones and let me get my sports takes on with the guys in the morning. And also, you can also do all that same stuff with us over on runboys.com and here on Sportscaster. Everywhere that we're at. I'm just going to be full out transparent. We want you guys to support us everywhere that we are. But damn, let's get into some power rankings, right? It's like I was saying earlier. I was scrolling Twitter and I saw Raj post the rankings that Keyshawn had did on their show, right? So I'm sitting back, I'm scrolling. Let me actually go to the tweet so I can reference. I just want to make sure that I can reference here. So Week 3 NFL Power Rankings. Somehow Keyshawn moved the Eagles up after losing. What else did he miss? And then, of course, we went ahead and we chimed in with our list. So let me go ahead and read Keyshawn's list first. So Keyshawn Johnson has, of ESPN LA 710 a.m., has the Rams first, Patriots second, the Chiefs third. He has the Saints and the Cowboys tied at fourth. And we all know I'm not a big fan of ties. I don't like ties. Someone's got to be the clear-cut winner, right? Green Bay Packers at 5, Ravens at 6, Seattle Seahawks at 7, Philadelphia Eagles at 8, Minnesota Vikings at 9, San Francisco 49ers at 10. Whoa. There's a couple of spots here that I'm just not a fan of. Like, I feel like Baltimore's too low. Patriots are number one regardless of who they've played already. This isn't college. We don't need to be looking at straight the schedule per se. There's just a few things here wrong. You tie two teams at the 4 spot. You tie them at not even halfway through, like right before you hit the 5 spot. You tie the Saints and the Cowboys. And I get why I get where Keyshawn was getting that because of both those teams being playoff caliber teams from the previous year and then coming in and starting off the season hot. I have my own breakdown. that I want us to get into, okay? And in between takes, I'm a state, my pieces. So for the Rum Boys Week 3 Power Rankings list, and I'm actually going to do all 32 teams because I want to just go that extra mile. Um, First up, I'm going with the New England Patriots. It's Belichick. It's Brady, baby. They are blowing teams out the water. The defense looks stout. A little birdie tells me that they might even be just throwing their name into the Jalen Ramsey trade talks. Maybe they get him, maybe they don't, but that is something that they are possibly considering. This team has AB. I know that AB is going through his legal issues, yada, yada, yada. He owes a lot of people money, and he does a lot of lewd and crude things, but nonetheless, he's still with that team. And they look damn good against Miami. I get it. It's Miami. Miami that has also lost, Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, like, who the hell is there? Xavier Howard? Like, come on. So, the Patriots, for obvious reasons, it's the damn Pats, right? It's the Pats. Second, I'm going Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going Kansas City Chiefs. I know that in clutch moments, Andy Reid has a history of clock management breakdown type issues. Okay, and this I am aware of, right? But it's still Patrick Mahomes back there. Patrick Mahomes could be hike the ball. He could get the snap. Be standing on one leg, eating a chicken sandwich with the other hand, and fucking riding a horse on one leg, like, and he'd still be able to complete the pass. Um, it doesn't matter with the Chiefs. It doesn't even matter who's lined up at receiver. Everybody is getting shares in that offense. Sometimes, in terms of just touchdowns, guys may see 1-2 touchdowns a game. They can get, sometimes one receiver can get multiple touchdowns. They're just so high power, so high flying. Yes, their defense allows for points to be scored. You can't be perfect everywhere, but nonetheless, I got the Chiefs second. I'm putting the Rams third. Just because I I want to see if everything is fully, all right with Gurley. Gurley's been touching the ball about 18, 20 snaps. I mean, so he's not too far off from, his 2025. But I want to make sure that everything is okay there. Cooper Kupp is still keep being healthy. Come on, Rams fans, you can't be pissed at me for your top three. Knock it off. I'm not even going there. Number 4, I'm putting the Baltimore Ravens. I am putting the Baltimore Ravens at 4. I don't want to hear the argument, but like, who did they really beat? Come on. I don't want to hear that. Oh, Miami. Like, I'm done with that argument. They're still playing up against NFL teams. I don't want to hear about Lamar Jackson. He's a running back. He's not a quarterback. Yada, yada, yada. Save it. That's for the birds. I'm done with that argument. That's dead to me. The man has came out. He's looked damn good for his team. I feel like they're getting the running game established. Want to make sure that Ingram can remain healthy throughout the whole season. I know he did get banged up a little bit last game, which kind of gave Justice Hill some prevalence. But all in all, I just like the Ravens. I like how they're built. When you're a corner and you have to play against Hollywood Brown, who are you going to cover? Who are you going to press? I'm checking it out here on Sportscaster. Rumboy Central is up in here. Arku is up in here. I see ya. Dilly dilly to you guys. Thank you, fellas, for joining. Shouts to 19 viewing currently. Let's keep it going. Though I want to keep on a good flow. I'm on a good flow right now. Like I said, with the Ravens, how are you going to cover Marquise Hollywood Brown? If I'm a corner, personally, I mean, you got to play off that guy. If you're gonna play man on him, he's gonna make you pay. You have to knock him off of his route, and even still, he's so fast that he regains that extra time, that extra leap down the field. So, all in all, I got the Ravens at 4. I am putting Dallas at 5. they look good. They're able to run the ball very, very, very well with Zeke um, back there in the backfield. Dak has looked fairly well. Jason Witten has thrown the Walker to the side, and he's had touchdowns in each of his last two outings. I'm not mad at this team. Coop is out there doing work. This is a team with pieces that Jerry Jones, you need to pay guys. You need to pay guys. I got him fifth. There's no reason to not. Right underneath them, I am going Seattle. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. No, with them losing Doug Baldwin during the offseason, but seamlessly readjusting, you know, clearly elevating Ty Lock to be that number one. Going out, getting DK Metcalf, making DK a piece of this offense. Will Disley has impressed the hell out of me. I like this young man on the come up. If he is available to you, and you're not deep at the tight end position, you didn't, you weren't. That wasn't your concern when you were drafting. Maybe you go and you get this kid. Hunter Henry is banged up for you. Maybe you go and you get him if you missed out on some of the other tight ends in the waivers, or if you didn't have a second one on the bench or something like that. But I like Seattle. Chris Carson back there. They're bringing Rashad Penny along. Rashad Penny looked fairly decent last week. Um, I'm with the Seattle Seahawks as well there at my sixth spot. In my seventh spot, I have the Green Bay Packers. That bad man Aaron Rodgers just finds a way to to get wins. You gotta respect it. You gotta appreciate it. I don't like that LaFleur came out today and stated that he wants to get equal carries for both Jones and Williams. I don't like that situation. Just let Jones run the ball, and that's just me personally. Let that man run. Let that man run. Free Aaron Jones. Um, but that's why I got the Packers at 7. It's just because I don't like what they're doing with the run game. Aaron Rodgers is figuring out things with Geronimo Allison. He's figuring out things with MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling. Um, Jimmy Graham was absent last week. Um, all in all, though, it's Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna get it figured out. Next up, in my 8th spot, I got the Minnesota Vikings. They just look good, and Dalvin Cook could probably be the league's leading rusher this year, potentially, if they keep going down the path that they are, and if he were to stay healthy. I love Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. I just wish that Kyle Rudolph could be a little bit more involved in this offense, and then you could really say that they've taken the next step when everyone's getting the ball. Um, but all in all, I'm going with the Vikings. They're finding ways to make it happen. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about me having to sip some water. At the 9 spot, it's the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints. Um, hmm. Okay, Karan. We'll talk about that trade via DM. I'll message you about that after I get done doing this, man. I'll message you about that. Um, so New Orleans Saints, the only reason why they are at the 9 spot is because of Drew Brees. We all know that this is a top 5 team. We all know that Sean Payton's gonna adjust the coaching scheme between Taysom Hill and between Teddy Bridgewater to where the pressure's probably not going to be on just one particular quarterback, and this actually may even help them because how are you going to game plan for this with both of them having two different styles? Sean Payton's a coach that just goes out there and knows how to win games. Let's face it, at the end of the season, when I keep doing these week to week, so on and so forth, throughout the season, um, they're gonna be a top 5 team. They should be a top 5 team on my list. I just saw some other teams, with that weren't having issues at quarterback at the given moment with and dealing with injuries that I had to give them the higher. I'm sorry, they all got a bump just because of one man got injured. Um, if it wasn't for that, they're definitely number five, and then everyone else on this list moves a spot down. Um, at the 10th spot, and actually surrounding the Saints, by the way, like there's not really much to say about that other than like then that take right there. They should be a top five. I dropped them to 9 just because of the injury to Breeze. Philadelphia Eagles, I have at the 10 spot. Uh, Keyshawn Johnson, I believe, had them at his 8 spot. So okay, we're not too far off. Um, I want to check something. I believe that had ESPN was fairly was riding pretty high on them actually. I believe. No, no, I don't think I've seen. I don't think I've seen. Oh, they have them. They have the Eagles at 8 as well. Okay, so I have the Eagles at 10. Part of the reason that I do have the Eagles at 10 is because you allowed a team like Washington that had a lot of question marks to put up a lot of points on you. Now, granted, you came back and you figured it out, but that's my reason for validating dropping them down. Um, Also, the injuries to where we don't know what's going on with the growing of Deshaun Jackson. Um, and then also to couple that with the injury concerns of potential injury concerns of Alshon Jeffrey now. So with those guys, both kind of dealing with some injury issues, I have to to bring the Eagles down just a bit. This is still a team that, yeah, they're probably gonna take that they have a chance to take the East. They could probably take the East. But right now with your receiving situation and those two guys being injured, I don't like JJ Arciaga Whiteside as a rookie having facilitate such a big role, and then Nelson Aguilar having to facilitate such a big role. It's kind of not fair on those guys' part. Oh man. At the 11th spot, I put I put the Atlanta Falcons. I put the Atlanta Falcons. Um, Someone said that I was high on Atlanta on Twitter. I believe it was the James and Polly G show. They were saying I was high on Atlanta. I feel like this is a good spot for Atlanta. Just want to reference ESPN's rankings in regards to Atlanta. By the way, they also have the Saints at 9. Me and ESPN matched on having the Saints at 9. Um, let's see where they put the Falcons really quick. Okay. Yeah, maybe I am high on the Falcons. They have the Falcons at 16. Um, I just I just want to see Grady Jarrett, Tyler Davis, go out there, and make plays for this Atlanta defense. I feel like once this Atlanta defense starts clicking, they start getting it moving, that they could go out there and they could definitely be guys that could contend on a week to week basis. Um, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, get your timing and your chemistry down. This offense is going to figure it out. I know that they're banged up front on the offensive line, um, but I am going to put some respect on their name, um, and suggest that they can make it happen. They have a damn good receiving core. Devontae Freeman thus far has been fairly healthy throughout the first 2 games of the season, so that also allows me to kind of lean towards them at that 11th position that I have them. Excuse me, that I have them ranked as. At number 12, I am going with the Los Angeles Chargers. As long as Philip Rivers is there, this is a team that can go out there, that can push, that can contend. You gotta put some respect on her name. The reason why I did not put them above the Falcons is because, yo, the Lions should have not been hanging that close in with you, and hanging that close in step. That just looked a little off to me. Rivers looks like he's having some trouble not having a certified tight end there. A top notch guy, like a trustworthy tight end. So that's what maybe put them in at 12. But all in all, I mean, they're winning games, and they're gonna find ways to win games and put points on the board. And they're looking pretty good even without Melvin Gordon. I know Melvin Gordon states he's gonna play at some time or somewhere at some time. I believe that he would have to do that before, I want to say, November 29th. Before November 29th, is when he would have to report to 18. So Gordon fans, hope and pray, right? If you guys have him on your fantasy rosters. Houston Texans, I have at 13. I have the Texans at 13. I'm going to be honest. Their defense looks a little bit different. I want to see Will, also on the offensive side, I want to see Will Fuller take the next step in being a true wide receiver. He has one route. He does one thing, and that's get deep. D-Hop is still, it seems like a lot of passes are going towards DeAndre Hopkins' way, are being forced his way. Once again, they're going out there. They're figuring out ways to win games. They almost beat the Saints opening week. And that's another reason why I have them, rank where I do, because it's like, a couple more seconds, maybe you beat them. Maybe you beat the Saints. But I like them. I like Houston. Just get that running that backfield situation stabilized. Who's gonna truly be the more effective one? At 14, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. San Fran. Hopefully, Run Boys LA can appreciate this and be happy about this one. Let's see here. Alright, just checking up on the chat really quick. So, San Francisco 49ers at 14. A lot of people are like, well, they're 2-0 and Jimmy G is doing his thing. Why aren't you high on him? I'm not high on him because I need to see a full bounce back. This is one of those teams on this list that 3-0, yeah, I'm probably looking at moving them up. Right now, I think that they're pretenders. I think they're 2-0 pretenders. I don't think they're contenders. I think that they are pretenders. But this is one that could greatly sway me and greatly convince me if they can continue this and if they can go out there and they could really beat some hard-nosed teams. And that's how I feel in regards to the San Francisco 49ers. They're, like I said, at my 14 spot. At my 15 spot, we are just about halfway through this. The Buffalo Bills. Let's go hot take time. Get ready to call the fire department because it's about to get hot in here. The Buffalo Bills could possibly sneak in as an AFC wild card. I don't think they're pretenders. Okay? I think they could significantly improve their record. Josh Allen is looking damn good. If you are dealing with one of the Roethlisberger or Breeze injuries, go ahead and grab this guy. Cam Newton injury, go grab this guy. I like this team. Their defense is for real. They have a real defense in Buffalo. John Brown is looking on fire. Like a John Brown that we haven't seen in ages, I feel like. I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this kid? Him and Cole Beasley starting to get it linked up. It seems like, Zay Jones has had to not do as much and has kind of been off in the cut. So expect him to probably be open up because teams are going to be going towards John Brown a little bit more. This team is better than what we all think. They're better than what they're the team this year that they're better than we all think. At 16, I have the Tennessee Titans. Once again, they have a defense for real. Derrick Henry has been a lot more explosive and a whole hell of a lot better than we thought. Mike Vrabel, a very hands-on coach in practice and in film study. You can tell that he's embedded in this team and he has gotten to those guys and he has them thinking the way that he thinks. The leadership definitely shows with this team. This is a team that could probably they could maybe make some push up into the rankings whenever some of those other teams whenever some of these other teams could possibly fall off. Um, Also with the Tennessee Titans too, you guys are sketchy because of Mariota. Mariota is your QB. He does subpar things to help you guys remain consistent. And plus, Corey Davis don't get no damn touches, like nothing. Like, it's all defense and running game with you guys. At 17, I am putting Ty Boogie Chicago Bears. At 17, I am putting Ty Boogie Chicago Bears. Something needs to click here. Something needs to happen for this team. Mitch Trubisky does not look good. Okay? I am thoroughly concerned if Trubisky could be the guy there. A little bit of digression from where you were at last year. Okay, I could see that. You move some pieces around defensively. The loss of Adrian Amos, him becoming a Packer now. Yada yada yada. Bruh, get it together. Get it together, Chicago. Because right now it looks like all you have is a defense, and that's real talk. That's real talk, Chicago. That's real talk. I'm sorry. And Matt Nagy's play calling in the first two games, I have not been impressed. Give David Montgomery the ball a lot more, Chicago. Cleveland Browns at 18. Kind of the same thing. Something needs to click here. For them, it'll probably click before the Bears. Baker needs to get out of his own head. He needs to develop his confidence, have his confidence back, get his confidence boosted. I don't know what he needs. I was gonna say something, but I'm not. Baker needs a night on the town. I don't know. A night out with his girlfriend, like take your mind off of things, bro. But it's not looking good for you guys either. You did beat the Jets, but it was the Jets. Without their starter, without C.J. Mosley, without Quentin Williams. Beat a depleted roster. Trevor Siemian then got injured. Their second backup. Falk did look a lot better than Siemian. But yeah, man. You guys gotta get it together out there in Cleveland. Penalties were setting you guys back in that game. Odell did come through and he had some big plays. But I don't know. Baker's not looking the same. He's not looking the same. Give me 1 second, really fast. 1 second. I just want to refill my cup. Alrighty, so let's get into the next one on the list here. So next up, Indianapolis Colts. So the Colts. Jacoby Brissett's looked all right. He's looked all right. Once again, got to get it clicking. Got to get it moving. Marlon Mack's a beast. They're still trying to. they're still trying to get it working out there in Indianapolis. Um, it is what it is. It's gonna be tough for them, getting ready to go up against the Falcons. Um, I believe right now that they are currently 1-1. But it's all on their running game. It's really all on their running game, and how they're going to continue to look. They rushed for 370 yards rushing. They were tied for second in the NFL, closing out of week 2. So that should tell you something. Marlon Mack owners, be happy about that. Be happy about that one there. Um, Next up, I have the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders. After losing Antonio Brown, this team has looked a whole hell of a lot better than expected, and that's why I gotta go with them. I gotta rock with them. I gotta rock with them. I gotta you know not rock with them like I'm rocking with them heavy, but I gotta put some respect on their name. So I'm putting some respect on their name. I'm putting them there in the 20 spot. Um, Tyrell Williams has impressed me as a receiver. I like that Derek Carr is figuring out weapons, getting the ball to Waller. Uh, Josh Jacobs knows dealing with some pain right now, but all in all, the rookie should pull through. Good look. They look pretty good these last 2 weeks. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are playing the Giants coming up. If you do have any Buccaneers players, do not be afraid to start them. Don't be afraid to start any of this Buccaneers roster. Um, Jameis Winston is even startable in this matchup. This is the one week you can stream Jameis Winston at QB and hopefully hope for something good. Yeah, they're getting ready to go up against the Giants. They did beat Carolina. I know that Cam Newton was not in for duration for that. Um, with that being said, they get the 21 spot. They get the 21 spot. I want to see if they can. I want to see if they can string together some wins. The South is pretty much open right now, with Cam Newton injured, with Breeze injured. So it leaves it open for him. So realistically, there's that. Is there anything else really for me to have to say? I don't think so. I don't think so in that scenario, in that situation. Um, the Detroit Lions. At 22. Um, you were keeping pace with the Chargers during that game. Um, Tied against the Cardinals. Power ranking number 2 is all I gotta say. Get T.J. Hawkinson involved, guys. Get him involved. At 23, Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray, just please get your first NFL win, brother. I'd be so much more happier. Um, because of your tie, that's what got you at 23 in the first place. Next up, it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hopefully Mason Rudolph comes in and gives this offense a spark, because that's exactly what they are going to need. None of these receivers can catch a damn ball. Juju can't take on double coverage. Like he's not handling it very well. Vance McDonald is like the only person that seems to put up points on his team. Let's see if they can change it and turn around. Oh, James Conner could be hurt. He's going to suit up week 3, so that's going to ease our mind. But maybe get ready to have Jalen Samuels on your watch list. and have that handcuff in case Connor gets injured. And I think that that could potentially happen. Of course, we never pray for injury, but I do think that could potentially happen. I see that into fruition. There was even leagues where I was pretty much, you know, put in a position where when I was drafting Connor best available player at the spot that I was given, and I had to go in and get Connor. Best believe I made sure I got Samuels later on that draft. And if you didn't do that and you got Connor, he should be on your waiver wire. To be honest, he should be on the waiver wire. You should be able to go get him. The Carolina Panthers at 25 seems not looking good. We don't know what the future looks like. This is a team that needs to game plan for their future. I feel like the closest step they've done towards game planning for their future was they drafted Will Greer. But even still, he's not the one that's going to be starting in Cam Newton's absence. It's going to be Kyle Allen. With that being said, and with that being stated, I mean, I don't know if I fully trust that going forward. I mean, Kyle Allen did look fairly decent last year when he had to step in for this team. I don't like this. I don't like this picture. I don't like this outlook for this team. This defense is weak sauce. Um, that's one of those. It is what it is type of deals. In regards to Carolina, if Cam Newton was playing, it'd probably be a different story. It'd probably be a different story. Um, let's see here. Number 26, I have the Denver Broncos. I don't like what this team has done running the ball. I don't like it at all. At all. I'm going to be honest. It's either, I personally feel like you're either giving Philip Lindsay like all the touches or at least like 85% of them. You know, the amount of time that I'm seeing Royce Freeman, I have not enjoyed, to be honest. Um, and I think that it has maybe messed with that backfield a little bit, and the amount of production that can be produced from that backfield, because not one particular guy can really get it going. Um, Joe Flacco is trying to air out the ball. They don't have a tight end in Denver, so I think that could maybe you be a weakness for this offense. I'm just not liking it, and Von Miller and Bradley Chubb are not living up to their off season hype that they were trying to get everyone to buy into. Also, Noah Fant is good. I mean, they got Noah Fant, but you gotta look a lot more alive out there on the field, buddy. Make some plays, make some plays, and act like you want to make plays. Like act like you want to make plays, and you're passionate to be out there. You're passionate to be out there. After the Broncos at 27, I am going to go with the Washington Redskins. Um, Now, for my Redskins, we need to run the ball effectively. Okay, give AP the workload. He likes that. He's okay with it. He's okay with it. He wants that, and he has expressed that before, time and time again. Um, McLaurin has stepped out to be our clear cut number one. I think he's going to be the clear cut wide receiver going forward. If McLaurin is available to you on waivers, you don't wait. You go get him now. You go get him now. Okay? Bench him Monday night. He'll ride your bench Monday night. The rest of the season, you let him play. You let him play. Okay? But I like the McLaurin play. Especially during your bye weeks when if you got a receiver, you're one of your main guys on bye, you could probably be confident starting him and inserting him into your lineup. So I'm on the McLaurin hype train. Go and get him. Trey Quinn proving to be effective. I'm sure when Jordan Reed comes back, it may affect his touches, but don't worry, Jordan Reed won't be back for very long. This team has to has to get it together. If we can figure out ways to score more than 21, 24 points a game, then we could probably really be something. Defensively, our defense needs to take that next leap. We got the personnel to do it. Um, Go holla at Jacksonville. Give them Jano and a draft pick. And let's call it a day, DC. We got Jimmy Morley now. I like Moreland in the combination of Ramsey. You know, they could be some dogs back there for our secondary. Um, at 28, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got Jacksonville here at 28. They are dealing with too much turmoil. Jalen did try his best and professional as he could to come out about wanting and seeking the trade. You got Miles Jack getting riled up and getting into fights. It's just all bad. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Jacksonville, you guys peaked. That was your window. You know, the AFC title games, and then done. Since then, you know, you guys haven't been winning. Blake Bortles was trash. Got rid of him, bring in Nick Foles, and Nick Foles gets injured. You're not winning games. Your quarterback is now a guy by the name of Gardner Minshew. And his favorite target has become Shark. Hasn't even been the guy that you all thought and that we all thought was going to be the guy, D.D. Westbrook. D.D. Westbrook is now actually kind of trending down almost. See if you can set up a trade scenario for him if you have him. With that, and all around being said and being stated, just that's a big reason why I'm low on Jacksonville right now. I mean, I'm sorry you guys are going back to the old Jags, and it sucks because I enjoyed you guys being a good team. Underneath them, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. Just because you guys are Cincinnati, you guys still got to get it together. I know that you're trying your best to work with what you got. You have looked decent in your outings, so I'm not going to rip into you guys too far. Andy Dalton has looked a lot better than what I thought he was this season, to be honest. You're figuring out as best you can in absence of A.J. Green. I get that your offensive line, you're putting in the patchwork, you're putting in the work to get that straightened out and get that figured out. Not faulting Cincinnati, you guys are turning it around. The New York Jets. The Jets. Cool. You're letting Le'Veon Bell, touch the ball damn near 30 times a game. I like that Le'Veon was getting mad touches against the Browns. But you gotta work in, like, it's obvious that that's all that you guys got. Okay, your head coach Adam Gase has fucking crazy eyes and is doing smelling salts on the sideline. It's predictable every single play that is going to be going to Bell. If he's out there, you could almost guarantee it. So that's like the only person that you have to cover on that team. You guys chose not to get Crowder involved until the fourth quarter of that game. I'm just down on the New York Jets right now. I'm off put. I'm not sold. 31, I have the New York Giants. Now, the New York Giants will be starting Daniel Jones moving forward. Very, very bittersweet moment. Eli, very great career, an amazing career, my man. And I hope that you enjoy the remainder of your career, the remainder of your ride, and as you get ready for retirement. But it's now Daniel Jones' time, and Golden Tate is also coming back soon. that'll give Daniel Jones a more stable receiver. I was hoping that they weren't going to move on from Eli until, they had the full receiver core of Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram like locked in place and installed. Um, but they're moving on past him, so now it's going to be Daniel Jones. Golden Tate coming back does help Daniel Jones, I feel. And then whenever Sterling Shepard is, well and 100%, that's going to help as well. A spark in this team could be good. Maybe now with DJ, now you got your quarterback if he can make some functional plays with Saquon in the backfield, with those receivers and that tight end that I spoke about. This team could then maybe head into the draft and heading into free agency, just seeking linemen and just now trying to get a line put together to protect Daniel Jones and Saquon in the backfield. Buy him time to make the throws and to buy Saquon time to find the holes and follow lead blocks. So that's my breakdown with the Giants. But all in all, unfortunately they are at the bottom of the list just because they do have a while to go. And building a line does take time. And finally, last and absolutely least in the NFL, they should make a rule with the XFL starting up that the lowest losing team of the XFL and the lowest losing team in the NFL face off, and then the two gotta switch leagues because I'm sure they would probably do better than what the Dolphins are doing, or maybe like a college team. Alabama has to face the Dolphins, and if Alabama smacks the Dolphins, and Alabama gets to be in the NFL, like I don't know. The Dolphins are just absolutely fucking terrible. You think that they go out there to try and get Rosen, and everyone's like, yeah, like it can work, and like your best player is Ryan Fitzpatrick and Xavier Howard, who's on defense. Like this team is just throw them all in the trash. Throw them all in the trash. Throw them all in the trash. Trash. The Dolphins are trash. And that's really all that I'm going to say about that dumpster fire. But Dolphins fans are pretty cool people. I've met some Dolphins fans that are actually pretty chill people. So your fans are kick-ass. But your team, however y'all are running your organization, your scouts couldn't find high quality talent and make them want to stay and create a winning culture, like if their lives depended on them. Okay, like it's so bad. It's so bad. It's terrible. Miami, my advice to you: there are millions and thousands of young athletes with a highlight reel that are just waiting for someone to take a look at it. Y'all need to hold a submission contest and hold tryouts, and y'all need to search the whole world far and wide for talent that'll compete for you guys, want to be there. Y'all need to go find the guys that just so desperately want to be in the NFL that they don't give a damn, and they are like, I just realized on this thing the Rams are like still like, what the hell? What? Well, I mean, will the Rams fans still be there? Like, no. Southern California needs to be colored in a little bit. Oh well, though. That's besides the fucking point. Miami, get it together. This does not represent a historic franchise that was once led by Dan Marino, coached by Don Shula. It's really the only nice things I have to say about the Dolphins was those two stops, actually, right there. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in for the Week 3 2019, NFL 2019 NFL Week 3 power rankings. Other than that, though, we greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you guys do become a fan over on Sportscaster. You guys sign up for runboys.com. You subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure that you guys are sending us your fantasy football questions on Twitter as well. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. However, whatever you use, reach us, reach out to us. We will get you hooked up and taken care of. It's your boy, Robbie J, holding it down for the Rum Boys Nation. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rum Boys and girls, what it do. We out of here. Dilly dilly. Peace.